Hello and welcome to Blitz Power Hour, whatever you want to call it. It's not actually a power hour because we do literally about 40 minutes because it means that you can utilize with your teams free Zoom because it gives you 40 minutes. Well, seems quite easy, doesn't it? So what does that mean and what does it sort of do? Let me just get my computer running a little bit better. No, what we found is with Facebook, a lot of it is actually you've got to get things moving and constantly get things moving. I'm literally just bringing up my phone to show you on the screen, and I can talk you through what we do then. So, but what we tend to look at is we follow an easy system, which is easy for you to follow and easy for you to teach as well. So if you can teach your team whatever you want to do with that, it's really good. But what I tend to look at, and I'm going to show you that, is always using this with Facebook, but this does also work with, this will actually work with things like LinkedIn, and also will work with sort of like things like any sort of social media, really. If you talk about anywhere that you can meet people, have a conversation with people, discuss stuff online, cold, social media, whatever, this is a good way of doing it. So you can easily do that. That's quite simple to do. But yes, so what we're going to do now is we're going to have a just quick discussion on what we do. It's in 3 stages. What I tend to look at is in 3 bits, as I said, and it'll be along the lines of, sorry, I can't get the system to work, but no, what we do is first is the warm up of the algorithm. Then we do find, add message. And then the third step is asking the question. You're never, ever going to get people into your business unless you start to ask the question. It's a really sort of, it's an easy thing to say. It's hard to do. And to be quite honest with you, it's hard to do. Most people cannot do it. And that's what stops them. And it really is what stops them. So I'm going to use, I'll use my computer share, and I'm going to go into Facebook and show you roughly what we do. You can do it on your laptop, obviously on your phone as well, but it's the same sort of principle, really. All you're going to do is literally go into currently on your feed, your standard news feed, and you're going to go in here and you're going to look at people's posts. Now you're going to click not use like. You're actually going to use these icons here. So somewhere along sort of the love or care or laugh, wow, sad or angry about something, whatever it is that really fits in quite nicely with that, use that. So I tend to use the love. I think the love works really well. People love a little bit of love, and people also do like you to big them up. All of us like it. Somebody likes it. If someone bigs you up, you feel good about yourself. So do it for others. Just for the sake of doing it for others, it makes them feel good. And I put in here, for this lady's car, look, Claire Badger, she's got a nice car, and what I would do is I'll type in there a quick comment, and it'd be along the lines of, wow, what a nice, wow, your car is ace. Well, Claire, your car is ace. Because what she will do is she'll come back and she will like my comment. But what it means is when I go in to do other stuff, or I post my things, and after this, it's a good time to post, is those people will see your post. That's all it is. So we tend to do 10 minutes of that. You can do more than that if you want to. I'm going to bring up a very, very good program which I use on YouTube, which actually is it's actually Fraser Brooks. If you don't know Fraser Brooks, you need to follow Fraser Brooks and find him. He's absolutely awesome. But what we tend to use is we use his 10-minute timer. Where is he? Not abs. I love it. Abs, 10 minutes abs. No, it's not that. It's network marketing. Let's just type that in. And I know it comes up. You could even type Fraser Brooks. And there we go. That's the baby. But I tend to use this. You can use this in your groups because it's a good little bit of music. It's not overbearing, and it's really good for that. And that's something what we will use. So, right, we're going to do that for 10 minutes. I'm going to talk you every single step of the way through this, what we do. So let's do that for 10 minutes and see how we get on. So I'm going to start. Ready, steady, let's go. I'm using my phone now. us to be successful. So it's really important. Told you the dog keeps leaning on the door. Anyway, that's okay. Emojis are good as well. And don't forget, when you're doing this, is count how many you do and then put in the chat how many you did. That's always a good thing as well. Or count up. Just really what you're doing it for is because you're competing against yourself. So if you do that, what it means is that you will always have a record of what you did last time, and you try to do your own competition. Men are real business for yourself, not farmers. So that's what I'm trying to do. The family is great. Have 4 minutes 30 left. So I'm currently at 28. We've got 4 minutes left. I do the love and I do emojis, try and make it common. So if I see a good person I know, I will actually also reply to their message. So 2 minutes 54 left. Minutes 29. Last over 2 minutes. Getting there. Just keep your fingers going. Now up to 37. But remember, it's about your numbers, not mine. I'm just giving you mine to go. Seconds to go. Nearly there. We have literally 13, 11, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there we go. So at this moment, you can put in your chat how many you got. I actually got 41, which wasn't as good as I was hoping it was going to be, but that's all right. Do you know what? It doesn't matter, does it? You know, it's all about consistency. Keep doing the consistent things, and it's going to work, isn't it? It's going to keep going. That is the important part to do. Consistency. Do it every single day. But what you got to remember, in one of these blitzes or power hours, whatever you're going to call them, you will find that you do more than most network marketers do in a whole week in one session. So do it every day, and it's going to be good, isn't it? So you should now be able to see my screen. So what I'm going to show you is the next little bit. This is quite important as well. This is called Find, Add, Message. What I tend to do is you can either do this in a group. Now, there's a whole thing around groups. I can talk to you all day about doing groups, but groups are really important because they're a way that are real people in there and they're captive market, but you've got to make the group something that you like. It's I think it's got to be something you're passionate about. Just for example, I'll show you in a minute. I actually really like minis. I race my mini. I do a lot of work on it, my mini myself. I also do, I mean, of all things I never thought I'd ever find, I do mushroom foraging. I go looking for wild mushrooms. So it's something a bit sort of different, but there are a lot of real people in those groups. Stay away from areas you think lots of network marketers are going to be. So good example are, there's no point in looking in social media ones. There's no point in looking in network marketer ones. Don't do whatever you do. Don't go into the buy and sell ones. They don't work. All you're going to do is get a lot of people that are going to just troll you and going to give you a bad time in there. So let's look at, let's see how we go. Where's it going? It's not scrolling again. It's determined to give me a hard time today, isn't it? Right, here we go. So let's go into here. So let's look at a group. Let's find one. Let's go into a modern mini pocket rockets. Let's go into here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look for here for find add message. I'm going to go in and I'm going to have a look at the comments in there. So I will put something in these comments as I want, but I would go in here. And as you see, there's comments. There's not a lot in that one, actually. So let's find one's got a bit more comments on it. Here we go. So say, for example, Carl Gildert in there. I don't know him. I've never met him. So I'll add him. And because it's minis, I will put nice mini. Nice mini. What modifications have you done? Because they all like a little bit flattery, and then they like to be asked a question. You always want to ask a question because you're trying to get a reply. What you're trying to do is get people in conversation and becoming friends. You know, it's that's why I said you've got to find something you like, because it's got to be something you don't mind having these people as friends. And I don't mind having people in minis as friends. So it's, for me, it's good having a chat with people. You can keep this conversation going. Eventually, you're going to reach the point where you learn a lot about them and you find out where your product sits or whether the business sits with them. And you can ask that question of them because they trust you. And that's important. So I would put in there to get the conversation going, what mods have you done? So there you go. So there we go. So that's my question I'm going to ask him. What mods have you done? Bang. That's it. Find, add message. So I find somebody new, I add them, and then I add them to it. And that's the best way of doing it. And I message them. Important to message them because you need to get them in conversations. So I tend to do that for 10 minutes. So I'm going to cut this a little bit short. I'm just going to fly through that. As you sort of see, we did it for 10 minutes. I then get the timer going again. And then we come back in here and we go back into our conversation back in Messenger. So I'm going to cut these down. I'm just going to go back into Messenger, which is up there. And I'm going to open up Messenger. I've got some long-term conversations I'm on. And I will go into here somewhere. And I tend to have my sheets with all written down what people are. And you get things like that. So get into conversation with it. I'm in Manchester, still in tier 3 for now. So he said that. And I'll put something like, we are tier 4 now, which we are. And I will put something like, what do you do for a living? Do for a living. I'm pushing it along a bit now, as you can see, because what I want him to do is I want him to tell me a bit about what his living is, and then I want to ask him the question. Now, over a week, I tend to do this once a week is to follow up, and what I tend to do is the rest of the time is add friend message. So you do 2 lots. You do one way you're finding people, just new people with one common interest, and then you try and find people with 2 common interests for your rest of your 10 minutes. So you've got 3 sets in there. You're warming up your algorithm, you're then putting find add message for people with 1 interest, and then you're going to find people with 2 interests. Now that takes a bit of doing because you might only add about 3 in that last bit, but you can add more in the first one, but in the last one you might only find about 3. But if you did that 5 times a day or twice a day, whatever, 5 times a week, which is still 2 days off a week, you are going to add a lot of people to your schedule. So if you think you're going to be adding 30 people a week, that's 120 people potentials in your business for product or for business. So what you're going to do is you're going to do that. And then on a Friday, I always suggest you follow up, which is asking the question. Ask the question once or twice a week of people. But if you're in a conversation, people, if it's right, ask it. But you're going to have to start asking the question, because if you don't ask it, what's the point of doing this? This is a business. It's not, we're not treating this as a club. It's not sort of anything like that. We're actually working because we want to make a difference in our lives and other people's lives. And that's important. So that's where we are. So first part is that warm up the algorithm. Now, if you're finishing the Blitz or the Power, I suggest you put on a post in there somewhere, not a stories. You can do this with stories as well. Same sort of thing, warming it up. And then you put a story on the end, but I will put a post in, and just so you've got something, because you now got it running, you now got it going, people are seeing it, do it. His next part is you're going to find, add message, possibly 10 people in the first bit, maybe even more, which is where you have one thing in common with them. And then the third 10 minutes, you're going to do something in the region of finding people that have 2 things in common with you. It's difficult, but you will get them. You're looking for around about 3 to 5. Do that, get 5 every single day, twice a day. You're looking at 50 people. Get 3, you're looking at 30. So it's good numbers to get. And that's where we tend to go. And then follow up. I will follow up Friday or move on Monday, whatever you want to do. But you've got to follow up with people. Keep the conversations going. Start noting them. We have a sheet which we do every single day, and you note down everybody you're having conversations with, new people you add, and you see where you go. Now, people have asked me before, now, do I actually delete the messages I've got? No, I leave them on there, because not everybody reads the messages at once. Leave them on there. If they look in a year's time, doesn't matter. They'll come back to you. I've had people that have come back to me 2-3 months down the line and said, oh, sorry, I didn't miss your message. How are you? Brilliant. Got a conversation going on. And that is what I tend to do on my Power 40 Minutes, as I call them. So there we go. That's it. Do them in the 10 minutes. Use Fraser Brooks is, and it's just like the 10-minute countdown for network marketers, easy to use. Gives you a good 10 minutes count. It's got music on it. Fraser Brooks is awesome. That's where I tend to build my systems from. I adapt them a little bit myself. And, feel free to use your Facebook and your phone at the same time, because the difference is you'll see different things on both. Odd, but you see different things on both. So there we go. I hope you've found that useful. And I look forward to seeing. Actually, the other thing is I'm going to be doing some other ones, other modules on how to deal with groups, also how to deal with stories. Just follow me, and I'll also do the follow up as well. Subscribe to my channel, and I will keep putting stuff in there, free stuff for you to help you. If I find anything more I can help you with, I'm always there to help. I'm trying to improve how many more people can be successful on their own in these hard times, and be looking after their families. And I want them to say, do you know what? In private, thank you very much. That's all I want them to do, to say it made a difference. So look forward to catching up with you soon over groups or over the next module.